Hi everyone, this is Karen Lohop again, and I um, I keep having to start my videos over and over and over again, and somehow I'm not positive that I don't lose some important things in between. So I'm just going to have to hope that you'll let me know if it doesn't make a lot of sense to you, what I'm doing. Right now I'm trying to create some notes or see my notes, and there are places in my life where I really wonder about my thinking, because there's just things that I don't quite grasp, but I'm aware of that. I can think of that I'm not grasping that. So I don't totally understand. But first of all, I have titled this blog post, I can't recall exactly what it is, but it's something like "Keep Your Shirt On" and "Keep Your Head On Straight." And whatever it has to do with shirt refers to some training we were doing yesterday with Mike Hobbs. And if you've read any of my posts before, you've possibly run across and maybe even seen his videos on my blog, because he is one of our trainers on our team. He does an excellent job, and we just enjoy what he offers so much. But yesterday I think I was possibly nodding off. It's so funny when you sit in your home and you do your work and you do your learning, your training, your education to yourself and so forth, and when you feel hot, actually I don't know that you do this at all, but when I feel hot, it's just a perfect time to nod off and not be totally conscious. But anyway, I woke up when he said something about you don't have to wear a shirt. And I'm thinking, did he mean that for me? And what he was talking about, he said I'm going to address this to all of you, but it really seems to especially be for women, that if you're going to do a video, you want to have things just right. You want to have your hair just right. You want to have your makeup just right. You want to have, whatever. And he said, let me just encourage you to, get up, take your shower, and then get all ready so that you feel comfortable to do a video, because you should be to the place where that's relatively spontaneous and you get ideas and you're ready to shoot one on the spot. And I thought that's totally interesting, that would be part of anybody's training. And as the day went on, I realized that last night, even though I knew about the video that I wanted to do before that training, I never had quite gotten through my grooming process to where I felt like I could show myself on screen. And so if you saw last night's blog, you saw just a piece of one PowerPoint slide, and that wasn't even particularly well done. But anyway, that's the backstory to you can wear a shirt or not, I guess, something like that. And I want to get to what happened this morning when we were all on the Think and Grow Rich call, and Paul Hutchings, who has started that 3 years ago, did his little prelude to the reading and to the mastermind part. He always has something prepared. It's always good examples for us, good stories for us. And this time he talked about consider your freedom, consider what it means to you, consider how important it is, consider how that would be something that you would not allow anyone to take from you. And juxtaposed to that, I saw that word, and lately I've been losing words, and I love words, so I thought I'd just go ahead and use it. But he talks about how nice it is to have friends that he can meet with, that he can lunch with, that he can talk with, who have gone through the reading and gone through the acquiring of the concepts and gone through the thinking that is involved in what he and many others call freedom. And that does include the money that most of us require in our lives, and none of us should really have to justify what we would be requiring that money for, but in his case, he's told us on a number of occasions that with their third son, they have 4 now, his wife had gone to the doctor with this baby, very, very young baby, and learned that they needed a $50,000 operation for his head. I think his skull wasn't large enough, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he remarked that even in that time, such a pressing time, such an emotional time, such a time of great feelings, so many people had their opinion as to how he should obtain that money. And many, of course, thought he should go get a job. He should go get a 9-to-5 job and give up on all of his dreams and obtain the money that way. And he was especially glad then, as I thought about it this morning. I am so glad that so often in my life, if I haven't had a person to speak with who has actually gone through the thinking and through the concepts and through the reading and through the studying themselves, I've been able to at least listen to them. And he was talking about conversing with them. And that brought me to the point of a personal mentor that I talked with yesterday afternoon for 4 hours on the phone. Someone that I've known for I would say at least 10 years, and but I haven't seen him for well over 7 or so. And it was wonderful to have the conversation that we did and to have him share what he did, because that is not something that I can obtain from just anyone. And one of the things that he talked about was that we need to create a quest for ourselves with questioning and with questions. Thus the quest. And so that we can meet the adversarial aspects that we come into when we basically run back into the old thinking, the old concepts, the stuff that we grew up with, that we have come to a learning place of knowing does not meet our needs, has not been good for us, has not worked for us, has not allowed us to have our dreams, our quest. And with that, to blaze your own trail and get out of your ruts. That is something that I can relate really, really well with, because I have often hurt myself. We talked yesterday about the subconscious and how the subconscious really doesn't make any judgments as to what we say to ourselves or what we put in there. It just operates off of it. It just takes commands from it. And I was so badly, so deeply into a rut that I heard myself saying and explaining to other people how it was a rut. So this man suggested, blaze your own trail to get out of your rut. Now, Mike, in the trainings, he gives us lots of tidbits. He gives us lots of little special things. He quite enjoys calling them different names. And I guess that's probably why this morning, when I was going through some of my emails to get to be able to check on something new that I'm doing that I'm hoping will return a nice income, and I don't quite know the path yet, I ran across a video by a man who was offering free software. And as he went through that and explained it in all the details that, excuse me, a person should need, of course, I've learned that for me that doesn't necessarily mean the same as it does for someone else. But it did look to me like something that I could use in another way, another avenue to get some money. He says, remember, you don't have problems. You have small money. And small money actually has been a problem in my life. And I'm always looking for ways to change that. This life I'm creating for myself, this quest will not look the same as how things have looked in the past. And one of the things for me will be that I will have plenty of different ways that I know I can obtain income, and those will be my focus as opposed to what most of us focus on before we learn these things. So my little idea became, I tend to spend hours and hours and hours just kind of going over, I don't want to lose any of the information. I'll do screenshots, I'll write notes, I'll do all of that, and I thought, I don't have time for that right now. So what could I do? And now that I have this little video cam, I'm going to create a private video that just tells me ideas that came to mind. I wrote a little page of notes as I was watching his video, and because I can't tend to that first, I can't tend to that today right immediately when I was seeing it. So I just wanted to share that with you as something possibly that you can use as a keep your head on straight tip. Create yourself a video where you remind yourself how excited you are, why you're excited about it, what it does, where you go get it, and for me, it'll be a new place to look because my other places are really quite crowded. So I hope that's helpful to you today. I do seek to bring value. It would thrill me to death, absolutely, positively, if you would make some comments, or better yet, share. Certainly if you post a few likes. But I would just love to hear what you have to say. And let me know if you're getting value from the things that I'm sharing with you on my videos, even though I have some to learn about how to do that. So thank you. Have a good day.